Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Trion Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Trion Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports. Join SESN for an unmatched sports experience. Dive into the world of game highlights, real-time updates, and electrifying coverage. With SESN, you're not just watching sports, you're living them. Be the first to know, the first to see, and the first to share every big moment. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures. To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Turn it up. We going big. Throw it down. We're gonna really live. Let's go all out. Let's go all out. You know it's gonna get loud. 'Cause we getting down.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
At the Salvation Army, a shelter isn't just a place to rest. It's a chance to shed layers, let loose, and finally let it go. With your gift, a warm bed is just the beginning. It's the first night of a new day. When our homeless neighbors feel safe enough to close their eyes, they can see the way forward.
truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere. Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
They have to score here. We're getting underway. LaFayette, walk-off home run. Here's a shot to the right side. This is shaping up to be a strike right side, too.
And now they're running through the helmet and show your support with every ride, never lose your Rambler pride is what the cheerleaders had written on the thing tonight.
If you're just joining us, it's Prep Football Live from Lafayette, Georgia. A really good one in store between the Trion Bulldogs and Lafayette Ramblers on Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. These two programs are going to go head-to-head, and Trion has been super, super efficient on both sides of the ball to get their season started. Lafayette, coming off of a loss to Dade County's Wolverines, they had a week off. This is their last home game before hitting the road to take on the Tigers of Adairsville. 4 wins in a row for the Trion Bulldogs, most recently against Model, 22-12, a tough-fought win, and a big one the week before that against Temple, 42-15. They have been very, very efficient and basically red hot to start the year, Butterbean.
Oh, yes. We're ready. They're already on the field. They're ready to get this game started. Lafayette's up on their toes. They're ready. It's going to be a great night. No rain. A little cloudy. And if you go on Facebook to Rambler Football, you can actually follow her streaming us live. Had an onside kick.
An onside kick, a surprise to start tonight's game. That one skeeters out down near midfield. I wasn't expecting that at all.
You and me neither.
I was looking back for a return man. The kicker sends that across the midfield stripe out of play. It's going to go out at the 44-yard line. And so now we'll get our first look at the offense of the Bulldogs of Trion as they work from left to right. Bulldog offense has the quarterback, Cade Smith, in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out wide to the close side. He'll hand it off. Tailback cutting to the outside, way wide of the right tackle. Down towards the sideline, runs over a defender and stopped after a nice gain of about 5 yards. He goes over the line of scrimmage at the 44 and is dragged down before he can reach the midfield stripe. They'll spot him at the 48-yard line. Nice carry for Christian Henderson to kind of shake off the rust and get the game started and rolling for Trion. This Rambler defense tonight against that run game will really lean into Sigolina, Beavers, Foley up front. They've been very efficient this season defensively. Now we've got 4 receivers wide to the left, and it's a screen. Checked down by Cade Smith on second and medium, trying to escape near the sideline and dragged down right near the line of scrimmage. A nice catch and run. The blocking just doesn't work that time. They find Henderson, and Finley comes from the safety spot to drag him down. 10th tackle of the year for Kalis Finley on defense. Third down and a long medium. It's about 6, maybe 7 yards.
I think they got everybody on the offensive line for trying. They're running a stacked line right there.
Trion Bulldogs on offense on third down. Smith fakes the give. Here's a check down to the big tight end who runs through one defender on the far sideline and steps out. That'll move the chains and much more as they get down just shy of the Rambler 40-yard line. A nice gain to the far side by Logan Stokes through the air for the Bulldogs.
And that wasn't a lot of yards he was working with because they ran it to short side, so that was an accurate pass.
Now it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trion Bulldogs offense. I mentioned it right towards the end of our pregame coverage, but this offense has been super efficient, 125 points through 4 games. Smith is going to keep it on 1st and 10, rolling left on the outside hip of the left tackle, fighting down near the sideline and steps out. Big gain near the line to gain. They'll move the chains, 1st and 10. Rolling early.
He caught everybody off with nobody in the backfield, and he took off running himself. Going back like we talked about, they got to look, they got to check and see where the ball is at all times.
Here's the snap on 1st and 10, and this time to the right side. This one going to be a gain of about 8 yards. Trion rolling early, and now it's 2nd and short on the very edge of the red zone. Second down and short from the close hash marks. Trion Bulldogs working from left to right. Cade Smith in the shotgun. He's only got 2 receivers out wide. There's the give to Henderson. He's got the first down and more between the guard and tackle on the left side, trying to drag the linebacker, and he's taken down, but not before he gets a really nice gain. He's into the red zone inside of the 15, down to the 13-yard line on the far hash marks for Trion. Still scoreless, just a pair of minutes into this. 9:20 to play in our first quarter. From Lafayette High School, Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590, Prep Football Live. 3 out wide for the Bulldogs of Trion. Henderson moves up alongside the quarterback. Smith takes the give, trying to run down the linebacker, and right up the middle between the center and the right guard. He gets a nice gain from the 13 down to the 10-yard line. And now threatening to score deep in the red zone just outside of the shadows of the goalpost. Trion High Bulldogs, the ball on the far hash marks. Cade Smith has the offense humming to start tonight's game. Good tackle on that last play. Javen Williams, Tuscan Walden coming together to drag him down. Now it's trips right for the Trion Bulldogs. Fakes the give. Check down pass caught. He gets the blocks, and he's going to fight his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trion High School Bulldogs. 6-0. $8:22 to play in the first. Trion has jumped out to a lead. Now for the PAT. Just under 3 minutes into this. Snap is good, hold is good. This one up, away, and through the uprights. And so it's 7-0 with 8:22 to play in our first from Lafayette, Georgia. We'll take a break with these two programs and be back with more in just a moment. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Welcome back to the campus of Lafayette High School. The Ramblers trailing 7-0 to the Bulldogs of Trion. They'll get their first crack with a football in just a moment as the Bulldogs will be kicking this one away from left to right. First quarter, 8:22 left to play. Ramblers trailing to the Bulldogs. Kick is away, and this one sails into the end zone where it's a fair catch. So Lafayette will get started on offense following the touchback. We never really had a moment to meet the offense of the Trion Bulldogs. We're going to take a second to get to know the offense of Lafayette before they run a play. Quarterback tonight, Kalis Finley. Daxton Edwards taking carries. We'll also see Parker Grego running the football. Up front, the big guys are Brackett, Grissom, Rapier, Kilgo, and Miller. And the receivers tonight are Centel, Cleghorn, Dylan Henton, and Javen Williams. We're ready to go. It's 1st and 10. Ramblers. There's the give to the right side. Following the right tackle on the outside hip. And dragged down on the hash marks. Parker Greco lights off this drive with a nice 6.5-yard rush.
That was a nice run right there by Greco.
So now it's 2nd down and 3. Ramblers takes the snap. Here's the give on the end around to Porter Centel coming down towards the close sideline, trying to fight his way beyond the line of scrimmage. Centel gets maybe a yard on the nifty handoff through the backfield. Got some nice blocking on that left edge. He steps out, and that one's going to go ahead and move the chains. 1st and 10, Lafayette High School.
That was a nice little end around right there, changing things up.
Now on 1st and 10, Ramblers going to their right, the far side, and a flag before this one can really get underway. So they'll move the Ramblers back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 2nd down for Lafayette High School. A couple of good plays for the offense so far, not looking bad. Now on 2nd and 10, here's the give to the left side. Tailback fighting behind the line of scrimmage, trapped, and the Bulldogs got him. He's swarmed by the defensive front. Floyd, Wright, Harris getting in there, getting a hold of him, and there's just no escaping.
He was fighting, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. They came with that blitz and hit him before he could ever get going.
First quarter, just under 7 minutes to go. Two out wide on either side for the Ramblers on offense on 3rd down and long. Here's a check down on an out route. The receiver has it in the backfield, tries to sidestep the defender, and he's trapped right near the original line of scrimmage. So this brings up 4th down and 10 for Lafayette High School, and we'll see the punt unit. Ramblers special teams have been really good so far this season.
The kicker's really getting it out there, so hopefully he can get a good Rambler kick and a good rollout here. Pin them deep.
LaFayette punting from just over their own 25 on the 27. Snap is taken by the punter on the 12. He steps up and delivers a strike. This one sails down where it bounces near midfield and rolls out over the far sideline at the 40-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs will take over on offense. We didn't get a second a moment to go to meet the offense of the Trion Bulldogs, so now we'll do exactly that. Let's take a second and get acquainted with these guys. Cade Smith playing quarterback tonight. The tailback, Christian Henderson, will also see some carries for Asher Clark. Up front, the big guys are Aiden Wright, Mac Lee, Noah Gann, Dillard Strickland, and Connor Harris. The tight end, obviously, Mr. Logan Stokes, wearing number 44. Willingham Roberts pulling in passes along with Harrison Dawson for the Trion Bulldogs offense. They already are in the lead 7-0 with 5:40 to play in our first quarter. They'll work from left to right on this drive. Here's the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it right up the middle, going to the far side. That's his left and slides before he goes out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. That'll make second down very manageable for Trion. Trion Bulldog offense, second down and 4. Smith, check down pass to the far side, his left, caught by the big guy who tries to fight his way beyond the line of scrimmage. He's trapped and dragged down, so that'll bring up 3rd and 4 now for Trion High School. Trion Bulldogs so far this season 4-0, averaging 32 points a game. They've got 17 total touchdowns they've scored.
And way they're looking, I mean, they're poised back there. They're not getting in no hurry. The quarterback is got ice going through his veins.
Smith takes the snap. Here's a pass to the far side. Caught the receiver, spins on the sideline. That's a gain of 10 yards right along the sideline. Caught on the turnaround. A little hitch where you just run 10 yards and flip your hips for the ball. That one's hauled in by Jake Dawson, who moves the chains, and it also puts the Bulldogs into Rambler territory down to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Bulldogs working from left to right. They lead 7-0. 4 minutes and change to play in the first quarter. We'll call it 12 seconds. On 1st and 10, here's a pass right over the middle on the slant. It's the tight end. He gets flipped end over end, takes a shot to the knees. So the Ramblers take him down after a gain of about 14 yards, but that's an easy movement of the chains for the Bulldogs of Trion. They're now down to the 32-yard line on the far hash marks. This Bulldog offense looking sharp. This is just their second possession of the night. Their first, they methodically, almost with ease, carved their way down the field and into the end zone. 2 receivers on either side for Cade Smith. He's going to let a howitzer go for the back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Trion Bulldogs. What a rainbow ball.
That was a nice, what was that, about 25, 30-yard pass, and he led him right to the back of the end zone.
Beautiful dime to the back of the end zone. Willingham hauls that in from Smith. It makes it 13-0. 3 minutes, 36 seconds to play in the first quarter from LaFayette, Georgia.
I would almost say that was the best thrown ball I've seen a quarterback make in high school in a long time.
There's a reason that he has been at the top of Georgia High School Football Daily's daily newsletter all year. Here's the snap and hold PAT. This one up, away, and through the uprights. Just like that, 14-0 in Lafayette, Georgia. The Bulldogs of Trion in the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia. 3.5 minutes to play in our first, where it's 14-0. Trion Bulldogs out in front of the Lafayette Ramblers, so Lafayette High will get the ball back now after a nice touchdown strike 30 yards beyond the end zone, delivered to Willingham by Smith. Kicks away, and the kickoff is going to be out of play, and so Lafayette will start with no return on this next possession, their second of the night. It's a touchback here. Butterbean, what can Lafayette do to spark themselves at 3.5 to go in this first quarter?
Line's got to block more. They got to keep mixing it up. Don't do the same, stuff over and over like they've been doing right here at the beginning. They've been mixing it up with runs and little toss passes.
And speaking of a toss, this is a great play by the quarterback, Kalis Finley, on the keeper. He takes the ball on a nice carry on the ground from the 20-yard line. He gets it all the way down just shy of the Rambler 40. Far hash marks going right to left. Moves the chains now down to the 39-yard line and a 19-yard gain for the quarterback. How about Kalis Finley this season?
He's amazing. He saw something that we didn't and took off, and 19 yards later they finally catch him.
1st and 10 for Finley and the Ramblers. He wants to throw. Check down pass to the close side. Inside the hash marks now. Fighting, and the receiver dragged down after a 9-yard gain. That is very close to the line to gain at the 49, and they're going to move the chains. Ramblers moving quickly. Back-to-back nice gains. Back-to-back first downs. 29 yards on this drive.
And the offensive line was holding them to keep. Kalis had all the time in the world. There was nobody at his feet. There was nobody pressuring him. He just threw a nice, solid pass out to the flats. Great job, line.
2:40 to play in the first. 14-0 Trion Bulldogs. Ramblers with the ball just behind midfield. Here's the snap. Finley hands it off on the end around to Porter Centel. Fights his way out on the sideline after a gain of 2 yards. That takes Lafayette over midfield into opposing territory of the Bulldogs at their 49-yard line on the close hash marks.
That 19-yard run by Kalis has sparked them a little bit. Them linemen, they're firing off better now. I think they just needed a restart, and they've got that now. So
14-0 Bulldogs. Here's the Ramblers. Give to the right side. On the outside hip of the right tackle, it's Greco, and he'll get a yard there as he pushes this from the 49 down to the 48. Makes third down a little easier, a little more tolerable for Lafayette, but now they need 7 yards.
I love that kid. He ran straight up the center, and he's not a big kid, but he runs bigger than what he looks.
Less than 2 minutes to play in our first quarter. Lafayette Ramblers trailing 14-0 at home against the Bulldogs of Trion. We've got 4 receivers out wide. Scratch that. One has come up as a tight end. He'll block as this is a handoff to the left side between the guard and center and stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Greco goes down hard. Logan Stokes blasting his way through that line of scrimmage. When you look at a guy like that in this defensive line on film, the size is just overwhelming for the high school level.
I mean, he's almost 6'8" inches taller than anybody on his whole team, and then out there, he's about a foot taller than us.
Logan Stokes hauled in a really nice touchdown at home last year for the Bulldogs against Lafayette. It was a long one, just over 30 yards, strike down the left side. Looking sharp early against the Ramblers here. 4th down, Lafayette going for it from near midfield. Long pass over the middle, swatted down, incomplete. Getting a hand in there is the rover, Conley Harris. Just pokes that ball away, and so it's a turnover on downs on 4th and 6. The ball at the 46-yard line of Trion's Bulldogs. That's a big come up if you're Trion High School. You're already leading by a pair. 14-0 with 53 seconds to play in the first quarter. They'll look to take advantage and capitalize of the great field position. 14-0, 1st and 10. Trion Bulldogs lead. They've got the ball from right in the middle of the field, working left to right. Here's the give by Cade Smith to the tailback. Still bowling his way forward between linebackers. He goes right up the middle between the center and guard and moves the chains for 12. Goes from the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs side of the field down to the 42 of Lafayette. Really nice carry by Christian Henderson. The chains move to start the drive. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. First and 10. Trion trips left. Cade Smith moves Henderson into motion. He's going to sling it to him. He's got blockers, and it doesn't work. Taken down for a loss by the Ramblers, who read that perfectly. Parker Greco is the one who makes the read. Number 20 coming out of the backfield and running him down. Nice loss for the Ramblers defense. That'll wrap up our first quarter of play. 14-0. Trion Bulldogs take the lead into the second in Lafayette, Georgia. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Prep Football.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back to Lafayette High School inside of Jack King Stadium on to Jeff Settle Field, where it's 14-0, the lead in the hands of the Bulldogs of Trion, and they also have the ball to start this second quarter of play after a really nice run by Christian Henderson to close the first quarter. Gabriel Schrei, Sean Butterbean Green, it's Prep Football Live, Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. We've got all the action as the second quarter is about to get started. Butterbean, Ramblers look good against one of the best teams in the state of Georgia.
They are. I mean, the line is blocking. And, you know, we talked about it earlier, running for a purpose. They're actually running, I think, out of all what we ran already. We really only had one play that went for negative yards. Everything else has been positive.
Ready to go with the second quarter, where it's 14-0 Trion Bulldogs. They've got the ball. They're working from right to left. From just over midfield, Smith fakes the give. Check down pass to the big guy, Logan Stokes. Slips one. He's across the 40, the 30, down along the far sideline, still fighting Rambler defenders, and tackled into the red zone down near the 15-yard line. Stokes with a 30-yard plus gain on a catch and run. Look at the big guy move. Really dramatic play for the Trion Bulldogs to get down into the red zone. Logan Stokes has set them up at the 13-yard line, where it's 1st and 10. They can move the chains one more time, but threatening to score. They've already done it in really brilliant fashion tonight. Two out wide to the right for the quarterback, Cade Smith, who's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. There's the give to Henderson, the tailback between the right guard and center, still fighting with the linebackers. He gets about halfway to the line to gain, to move the chains, and that's 5 yards, which makes it 2nd and medium, threatening to score inside of the 10-yard line at the 9 for Trion's Bulldogs. Second quarter just getting started. We're 1 minute into our second quarter. Trion Bulldogs offense at the line and ready to go on 2nd and medium. Cade Smith is in the shotgun. It's a quarterback keeper. He's got blockers to the right side, evades a defender, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Trion Bulldogs. They make it 20-0. Just 1 minute into the second quarter, they extend their lead over the Ramblers. 10:46 to play in the second. Bulldogs are inside of the 10 on the 9. They take it to the house on a quarterback keeper. He just scrambles, makes a pair miss. Here's the PAT. Snap and hold are good. This one sails up away. It's wide. And so it remains 20-0 in Lafayette, Georgia. 10 minutes, 46 seconds to play in the first half. We'll take a break and be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia. 10:46 to play in our first half, where it's 20-0. Bulldogs of Trion out in front of the Lafayette Ramblers. Gabriel Schrei, Butterbean Green here with me. Glad you're with us at Jeff Settle Field. Right now, Lafayette struggling to contain the efficient, effective, aggressive Bulldog offense. They're going to kick it back to Lafayette from right to left. This one sails through the end zone for a touchback. And so Lafayette will start this next drive at their 20-yard line. The Ramblers need to score here.
Yeah, this is the urgency. They need to drive the ball 80 yards here. I think it would also pick them up. It would also get their confidence back.
Here's the snap. This one to the left side between the guard and center, and nowhere to go. That one gobbled up, stopped after a gain of maybe 2 yards. It's going to make it about 8 yards to move the sticks on second down.
The cheerleaders down there trying to rev it up, get the fans into it. The band's going.
20-0. Ramblers scoreless. They've got the ball working left to right in this first half. Here's the snap to Finley. The quarterback keeps it, runs over a linebacker. Now he's trapped by a swarm of safeties and linebackers. Hit hard after a gain of about 2, and now it'll be third and a long 5, maybe 6 for Lafayette High School.
No, we could bring back that little thing with Santel Porter like we did earlier and get up them 6 yards right there.
Porter Santel might have heard you. He's sneaking his way towards the line of scrimmage. They've got 4 out wide, 2 on either side. Finley takes the snap, wants to throw from the shotgun, pocket collapsing. Here's a dish to the far side. It's caught down near the sideline as he fights to stay in bounds. That'll move the chains on a really nice gain, about 12 yards for Javen Williams at wideout.
There's some laundry down on the field.
We'll see what the flag is. It's not in a great area for the Ramblers. Javen Williams has been efficient this season. If it stands, that'll be his 11th catch, and it'll put him right under the 100-yard mark. He's got 80 as of the moment. The officials are convening on the 34-yard line of Lafayette, where they have the ball, and this one is going to be against Lafayette. Personal foul. And that hurts. You have a 12-yard gain to move the chains, wiped away in an instant. Would have been 1st and 10 over the 35-yard line, now instead going backwards. 20-0 Bulldogs lead. We're 3 minutes into the second quarter, 9:10 to play in the first half. Interestingly, that does give them a fresh set of downs, and so maybe he'll take that. First and 10, Ramblers. Finley fakes the give. He's in trouble in the backfield, slips one, and jostled and goes down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 3 yards, as that'll go from the 20-yard line back to the 17 of Lafayette High School, and they go from the middle of the field to the close hash marks. Second down and long. Here's the give for Finley to the tailback, who pinballs off 1, 2, 3 defenders, slides another at the 25,
running,
fights his way down to the 30. He's got the line to gain. Parker Greco goes 13 yards on the ground on a handoff, and he just absolutely looks like an 80s arcade game. Bounce, bounce, bounce his way down the field.
He was pinging off every one of them big boys, and they just couldn't get a hold of him.
4 minutes gone in the second quarter, 8 minutes to play in this half, where it's 20-0 Trion Bulldogs. Parker Greco showing off the wheels. First and 10 now for Lafayette High School, who's working from left to right. Now on their own 30-yard line on the close hash marks. Man in motion. The ball is loose. It's a snap fumble picked up by Finley way in the backfield. He's at the 10-yard line. Lets one go. It's caught. The receiver is all alone at the 40. He's down to the midfield stripe. Makes a man miss. Over the 40-yard line. Now free at the opposing 30-20. House call. What a touchdown for Lafayette's Ramblers.
Way to go.
That's unbelievable. Wow, that's a 70-yard pass touchdown, the third of the season for Lafayette High School, and that comes in electric fashion. 7.5 to play in the first half. What a catch and run.
I wish y'all could have seen it. I mean, the ball went over the quarterback's head. He turned around, he looked up. He had the presence of mind to throw it, and there was number 5 wide open.
Well, Coach is going to talk about staying with the play for the rest of his career after that one. Stay with the play. Stay with the play. Unbelievable catch and run. 70 yards to the house for Lafayette High School, who gets one back. They now trail 20-6 with 7:35 to play in our first half. And now for the point after try. Ramblers kicker is on. Snap is good, hold is good. PAT, this one sails up, away, and it's through. It makes it 20-7. We'll be back in just a moment with more prep football. Ramblers get a long touchdown back. Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia, and Lafayette High School. The Ramblers get a 70-yard catch and run for the score to get a touchdown back. They're still trailing 20-7, but a really impressive play by Finley. The ball was snapped way over his head. The line of scrimmage was the 30. He runs back 25 yards where he picks it up. Lasers it to Javen Williams, who's all alone. The entire defense was after Finley. Williams goes for a trot, made a man miss at midfield, took it 70 yards to the house. And now it's 20-7, a 13-point game in our second quarter with 7:35 to play.
Man, we needed that. I mean, the sidelines are pumped up. The announcer was pumped up. Gabe about jumped out the window. The cameraman, he was jumping. I mean, if you was watching anything on that run, if it was shaking, it wasn't an earthquake. It was just the fans was rocking.
The Lafayette Ramblers get one back now. Here comes the ever-efficient offense of the Trion Bulldogs. They'll work from right to left on this drive, taking over at their own 20-yard line. Only 2 receivers out wide. Smith hands it off. Christian, the tailback, pushes his way up inside. Some horsepower. He goes between the guard and center, gets caught by the linebackers, and is able to get about 3 yards. They might give him 4. They're going to spot him at the 24 and make second down a little more manageable.
Brings up second down 6 from the 24-yard line.
Cade Smith in the shotgun. He's got 4 out wide, 3 on the left. Fakes the give. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Intended for the big guy. Logan Stokes cut in. He was split out at like a slot receiver position on the close side. Cuts in on the slant, and the ball goes right through his hands. He was wide open. From the 24-yard line, Bulldogs of Trion need to reach the 30 to keep this drive going. They lead by 13, 20-7 with 6:52 to play in our first half. 4 out wide, 2 on either side for the Bulldogs. Logan Stokes in motion. Here's the snap. Cade Smith dropping back, lofts this to the far side and dropped. So it's 4th down and a long 6 now for Trion High, who is showing that they're going to send on their punt unit.
The big 70-yard play got the defense spiked up. They're ready.
Fourth down now, the Trion Bulldogs will punt it away. Snap taken at the 12 and sent away. It sails over midfield and is fielded on the 41 for LaFayette. They're going to the far sideline and dragged down before he can get to the midfield stripe. He gets right onto it, and that's where they'll spot him. And LaFayette will take over on this drive at 50 yards from the end zone. So a few moments ago, the Ramblers get a really nice 70-yard touchdown. A catch and run by Javen Williams. He shaked, he baked as he crossed the midfield stripe, made a couple of guys miss, took it to the house. What can they do to capitalize on that energy?
They got to go back, and the line needs to keep their blocking and run it. Keep running it hard like they're doing right now. Oh,
here's
my goodness.
Here's a give to the tailback. He follows the right tackle and gets a really nice block. We saw him do that on the last drive in the first couple of plays. It's Parker Greco, this time sliding by his offensive tackle on the right side, gets into that second level, and he's dropped by a combination of a safety and a linebacker. A nice little hit delivered, but Greco will take it all day long if it means he gets 9 yards. Harris, the one who finally gets him.
Keep handing him the ball. Feed the beast. He's running great.
Here we go. Now it's second down and short. Ramblers check down pass to Porter Centel. He's trapped at the 39. Spins his way over the line to gain. That puts the ball inside of the 40 at the 39-yard line of the Trion Bulldogs. 1st and 10. 5:52 to play in the first half. 13-point game. Bulldogs lead 27. Ramblers working left to right, and they're on the close hash marks.
That was a good little out pass right there to Centel, and he fought for 3 more yards. Way to keep them legs driving, young man.
Ramblers back to the line already on 1st and 10. This time 2 receivers out wide. We've got a man in motion in the backfield. It's Williams. Here's the give. Tailback follows a nice block out of the backfield, and he'll get a couple of yards. Parker Greco running like a man in this first half. Picks up 3 yards, pushing his way behind the right tackle and guard.
36-yard line.
Really like the scheme there from the offensive coordination room. Got a couple of guys moving around in the backfield. Very confusing to watch with the naked eye. Second down, inside of 5 minutes to play in this first half. This time, trips left, 1 receiver on the close side for the quarterback, Kalis Finley. He hands it off. Greco follows the left tackle and guard, goes right between them, and they put together a nice block on that side this time to get him 3 more yards. It's going to make it a little more manageable for 3rd down for Lafayette, but they're going to need about 5 if they want to move the chains from the 34-yard line.
I tell you, right now, Greco is running like the Tasmanian devil. He gets spun around, keeps running, gets banged off of this person, banged off of that one.
Now on third down and a long 4. Ball's loose, diving onto it, the flags fly. We've got some chaos here, a fumble, but I believe the call would be false start. Still trying to dig that out as Finley comes up with it. Flags flying all over. This one's going to be a false start against the Ramblers of Lafayette High School. So they'll lose 5 yards. It's going to make third down quite a tall order, but obviously have to be relieved if they avoid the turnover.
That was smart thinking by Kalis, seeing the ball squirt out and dive on it.
Really heads-up moment for Kalis Finley. The kinds of things you expect out of him are like that.
Oh, yes.
It's going to make it about 3rd and 10, right near the original line of scrimmage on the close hash marks at the 39. Finley takes the snap, pressure coming, he's in trouble, throws it deep over the middle, diving for the ball at the 15, and it's caught. He gets his arms underneath of it, snagged right in the middle of the field by Porter Centel. And it's a drastic shift of the chains. They're going to go from out right near the 40-yard line down to the 15. A big gain right there.
That was a big time play. About 20-yard pass right there.
Ramblers hurry to the line now. 1st and 10 from in the red zone. Finley's going to keep it. Follows the outside hip of the left tackle. Spins and goes down. Comes up and is still being pushed after a nice gain. So the ball will be inside of the 15, down just over the 13 near the 12. And it'll make second down a bit easier, a bit more stomachable. But Ramblers probably aren't too worried about the chains. They're threatening to score now, trailing by 13, 20-7 with 3.5 to play in our first half. Finley takes the snap. Pressure's coming. Pocket collapsing. Thrown over the middle. Diving for the ball, and he's got it. Touchdown, Lafayette High School. Their 4th of the season. Daxton Edwards gets free over the middle on the slant. Finley ropes it in there, and it arcs into his hands. He's able to hang on to it for the score. The Ramblers trailing by just 1 touchdown at home to the Bulldogs of Trion.
Third.
20-13, 2:52 to play in the first half. Now for the PAT for Lafayette. Snap is good, hold is good. This one sails up, away, and through. There is a flag. We'll see what they say about the flag. Still sorting this out down just outside of the end zone. We'll see what our officials say.
That was a good route right there, just running a little hot pass down the middle and got up, found an opening orange piece in the end zone. Ladies and gentlemen, we got us a ball game.
Absolutely, we do. Just 6 points separating these two, 20-14.
Somebody jumper boost that car down there on that field, and we've been running down the field ever since.
So the Ramblers will take the yardage on this kickoff, and they'll move down to the 45-yard line of the Trion Bulldogs, where they'll start this drive. Welcome to Jack King Stadium. If you're just getting with us, it's prep football in a one-score game, 20-14. Trion Bulldogs, Lafayette Ramblers. Gabriel Schrei, Butterbean Green, Mike Powers back in the studio, and we're glad you're along for the ride tonight. This is a good one. Kickoff's away from the 45. It's an onside kick. Ramblers are on the ball. Can he hang on to it? Still skeetering over the 25, down near the 20. Ramblers say they've got the football. They come out of the pile with it. Lafayette gets the football back. The Ramblers get the football back just outside of the red zone on the 23-yard line, threatening to score with 2:49 to play in the first half. Wow! What a crazy onside kick for the Ramblers.
It was. Oh my goodness, that ball started squirting out. Everybody.
First and 10 now for LaFayette from the close hash marks. Here's the snap. The fake. Finley keeps it, makes a man miss at the 15, 10, end zone. Touchdown, Lafayette High School. The quarterback, Kalis Finley, the fake and the caper. He goes to the house for the touchdown, and we're tied in Lafayette, Georgia. One of the best teams in the state on the road, battling the Ramblers at Jack King tonight. 20-all. Unbelievable. Finley perfectly sells the fake. The whole defense crushes Greco, and he's free. He made that linebacker miss on the outside. I think it was Jake Dawson, and he was gone all the way to the house from 23 yards out. Now for the PAT. Snap, hold, up, away. The Ramblers are in the lead, 21-20. We'll take a break and be back with more prep football and the rest of your first half in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
To Jack King Stadium, where the Ramblers are on top of the Trion Bulldogs. It's 21-20 with just minutes left to play in our first half. Hi everyone, glad you're with us. Gabriel Schrei, Butterbean Green, as the Ramblers kick this one away, and it sails out of the back of the end zone. Back-to-back touchdowns from inside of the red zone there for Lafayette High School. Kalis Finley orchestrating the offense very well tonight as they're in the lead by just one. 21-20. Now the Trion Bulldogs offense will get a chance with the ball from their own 20-yard line. They'll work from right to left with 2:41 to play in this first half.
What a miracle has happened on this field. A blown play to start everything. 70 yards touchdown. Now we got two back-to-back touchdowns. Man, what a football game.
Here's the offensive Trion. The snap. Quarterback fakes the give, check down pass near the far sideline, working from right to left, makes a defender miss across the 25 and gets over the 30 before he steps out. Looks like they'll spot him at the 33-yard line, so a gain of 13. Maybe they're going to be generous and give him 14. First and 10, Trion, who hurries to the line of scrimmage. Bulldog offense trailing by one. They want to go to whiteboard time with a lead. Their sideline is fired up. Trips left for the Bulldogs. Cade Smith in the shotgun. There's the give to the tailback. He slides off one defender and gets tackled by a second linebacker. Tuscan Walden got a helmet on him. It looks like Cleghorn gets in there. That makes it a much more manageable situation on medium yardage here. Second down. Nice blocking up front as well for him. Mac Lee, Noah Gann clearing space. Trion Bulldogs offense has been humming all night. For a few moments they didn't have the ball in their hands. We'll see if they can get back to that way. Smith fakes like he's going to run. Check down pass caught by the tight end. No, it falls out of his hands. I was sure Logan Stokes had caught it. And being harassed as he crosses the midfield stripe, can't hang on to the football. Play made there by Javen Williams. Third down again for the Bulldogs. They turned it over what seems like forever ago, and that's what sparked Lafayette's offense. They scored back-to-back touchdowns after an onside kick. 1:57 to play in the first half. Bulldogs are trailing 21-20. Working from right to left, the ball is just inside of the far hash marks. Cade Smith in the shotgun. 4 receivers out wide, 2 on either side. He's got the ball, wants to run. He's going to take off on the outside hip of the right tackle across midfield, down at the opposing 45, where he stopped at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Trion High School. The clock rolling inside of 1:50 to play now. Bulldog offense is heating up. They are a well-oiled machine, one of the best in North Georgia. 4 out wide, 2 on either side. From the shotgun, it's Cade Smith. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to let one go. A long ball. The beam is caught at the 10 and taken down by the defensive back. 1st and goal inside of the 5. A beautiful ball, an absolute dime to a wide-open Ethan Willingham, who is dragged down on the very back end of the play.
Oh, where he saved the touchdown right there.
Can LaFayette capitalize? It would be colossal to keep Trion's offense out of the end zone. In an end goal situation, they know that, and they'll take the timeout accordingly. And just under 90 seconds to play in the first half.
And we have players that can knock that ball loose. We have them, so it could happen.
LaFayette and Trion has turned into quite the barn burner tonight. What an electric game this has become.
It's been fun to watch.
Ramblers get a break. They take a timeout. The offense of the Bulldogs is ready to go. The big matchup is up front on this one. The big guys, Can, Strickland, Harris, Lee, and Wright, trying to clear space. Can they do it against Beavers, Foley, Sigolina, and Wade? 1st and goal, Trion Bulldogs. Inside of the 5-yard line, the ball at the 3. Everybody's inside of the tackle box for Trion, the quarterback in the shotgun. They're on the far hash marks, working right to left, trailing 21-20. 1:27 to play in the first half. Here's the snap. Smith is going to keep it. He goes to the right side, sidestepping, and he's tackled down. Now, after a gain of about a yard, it's going to be 2nd and goal. The ball was almost right on the 3. They've got it now almost right on the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Trion trying to take the lead back. Here's the snap. Smith keeps it. He is free into the end zone, waltzing its way in for the score. Hello, and now it's 26-21. Quarterback keeper for 2 yards. Caps off a nice drive for Trion. Trying to prove something. 63 seconds left to go in the first half as they're out in front and in the lead. Some oddness with the point after. They might be going for 2. Either that or they're confused. Indeed they are. The point after try.
Let's go, Rambler Nation, make some noise.
We've got whistles all over the field. I thought Lafayette was going to take a timeout, but I think that's the officials. Now we do get a timeout by the Ramblers of Lafayette High School. They're going to come to the sideline and talk about this 2-point conversion. It's a pretty big situation right now. They're trailing by 5 after a 2-yard rush score by the quarterback of the Trion Bulldogs, Cade Smith. 63 seconds to play in the first half. These 2 points could be the game later.
It could be, because there's all kinds of scenarios come in. We could wind up kicking 2 field goals and scoring 6 points and winning, by 1. Or, there's also other scenarios that help us down in the fourth quarter. So if they get this 2-point conversion stop, it will help out. And I tell you, the way the defense has been flying to the ball, I believe that it's going to probably come out of our linebackers just coming up and hitting somebody. If y'all have not got to see Lafayette's linebackers, they fly to the ball, every one of them. Great group of kids to watch, so hopefully right here they'll make something big happen.
Here's the point after try. 2 receivers out wide, one in the slot on the left for the quarterback, Cade Smith. shouting to the offense. There's the snap to the tailback. He pitches it off to the receiver. Check down pass to the sideline, and he's got it in the end zone. 2 points on the board. What a catch. What a little nifty play right there. They pitch it off to Bryson Roberts. He throws it back to Cade Smith, who's down by the sideline in the end zone. Call it 2. Trion Bulldogs are out in front by 7, 28-21, with 60 seconds left to play in the first half. We'll be right back in Lafayette, Georgia.
Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
Welcome back to Lafayette High School, where it is a great, great game, an instant classic underway. Glad you're with us, Gabriel Schrei, Sean Butterbean Green, with prep football tonight between the Ramblers of Lafayette and the Trion Bulldogs. Trion just put themselves back out in front with a nice touchdown drive, took it down over midfield. A 2-yard rush score by Smith, and he followed it up by catching the PAT to get 2 and give them a 7-point lead, 28-21. This one sails out of play, and so it's a touchback. The Ramblers will get the ball back. 63 seconds left to work with.
And, you know, earlier I would have said, well, nothing's really happening. But right now, we scored just a minute ago in about 20 seconds. So we can still score and leave time left on the clock.
1st and 10, Lafayette from their own 20-yard line, working left to right. They trail by 7. Here's the handoff on the end around. Trapped. He tried to string that out, goes way beyond the tackles and gets behind the receivers who can't block for him. He loses about 3 yards and makes it 2nd and long for Lafayette. Ball was between the 18 and 17 of Lafayette High School. They'll be on the far hash marks. Letting the clock run inside of 30 seconds to go in the half. Play call is in. 2nd down and long. Ramblers, most of their players in the tackle box. Here's the snap, and the quarterback is hustling to the close sideline, down across the 25 to 30, gets a block at the 40, still on his feet at the 45, and slides down at midfield. 7.7 seconds on the clock when it stops. Ramblers are down near the line of scrimmage. They still have a timeout left, and they're going to take that timeout. 7.7 seconds to play in the first half after a 30-yard rush, 33 yards to be exact, by Kalis Finley, the quarterback. What a keeper by a guy who has just been magnificent working on the ground with the ball.
This kid's football IQ is off the charts. I mean, he saw rush, got to the outside, had a couple of blocks, and then 30 yards later. What a great read by a young quarterback, because really, if you think about it, this is his first year being quarterback, so he is a young quarterback.
Formerly probably the best running back in the region. Now a very efficient quarterback and signal caller for the Ramblers of Lafayette High. This time, 3 out wide, 1 in the slot on the right side from just over midfield for Finley. He'll take the snap at the whistle before they can run the play. A flag flying in from the far sideline. It's a false start against the receiver.
He just jump-started his engine a little too early.
Seven seconds left to play in the first half between the Ramblers and the Bulldogs.
One ref put it one way and the other ref put it the other.
And the ball was at the opposing 48. They moved it mistakenly back 4 yards, and they adjust it going to the 47-yard line. The Bulldogs obviously worried about what the Ramblers have up their sleeve because we've got a timeout now for Trion High School. They go to the sideline. LaFayette looking to capitalize to cap off this first half of play, and it's the best half of football we've seen from Lafayette High School so far this season.
Yeah, because first quarter it was all Trion, second quarter it's all Lafayette.
It's definitely not a new look offense tonight, but they've got some new elements going on with motion out of the backfield, a lot more guys in the tackle box, and something about that, I don't know what, right, without sitting down and watching film, clearly is working very well.
Well, they've got a lot more movement, and the defense is having to watch everything, and we're just picking the right guys to hand the ball to get to where they're not.
I like the look. To use a term from Gen Z, it's giving wing T.
Yes.
First and 10, the ball is on the 47-yard line of the Ramblers. 53 yards from the end zone with 7 seconds to play in the half. The officials are convening and communicating with their teammates up in the box, trying to get it sorted out. I'm not sure if it's a clock or a spot problem. Obviously dissatisfied. 7:07 was the amount of time on the clock. The officials coming together with head coach of Lafayette, Ethan Thompson, to talk this out. They look satisfied. We're ready to play. Everybody's in the tackle box for Lafayette. Ramblers man, Finley. Pressure coming. Lets this go over the middle. Ball is incomplete. So the Ramblers will have time for another play. That only kills about 4 seconds. 3.3 showing on the clock in Lafayette, Georgia. Rambler ball at the 47-yard line of their own side of the field, 53 yards from the end zone.
And if he could have got that off clean, there was a wide open person, so just got it hit out of the back of his hand.
They trailed 28-21, just 7 points to the Bulldogs of Trion. Finley in the shotgun, pocket collapsing, checked on to Porter Sentel, gets one block behind midfield. He's trapped, and he's going nowhere to end this first half of play. The best half we've seen this year from the Lafayette Ramblers. The Trion Bulldogs are doing what they do best in the lead, 28-21. We'll see what comes of whiteboard time in the halftime break between Trion and Lafayette. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere. Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
At the Salvation Army, a shelter isn't just a place to rest. It's a chance to shed layers, let loose, and finally let it go. With your gift, a warm bed is just the beginning. It's the first night of a new day. When our homeless neighbors feel safe enough to close their eyes, they can see the way forward.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Back in Lafayette, Georgia, prep football on the airwaves at the half, 28-21 after 2 quarters of play. Gabriel Schrei, Butterbean Green, a really good first half for Lafayette High School against the Bulldogs of Trion. Obviously, Lafayette looking to capitalize on what has largely been their most successful first half so far this season. Really quickly, we'll take just a moment and take a peek around the state of Georgia. Who are some of the best teams in the state? Who are some of the best players in the state? We'll go with players first, and we'll try to focus on local guys. And it's an easy starting point with rushing yardage because Zayden Cook has 849 yards. He's the A1 leader. He's the leader for the entire state with that total. That line is insane. He's the tailback at Chattooga High School. You might remember our coverage of him. He went off to start the season and has been on a tear all season long so far. Taking a look a little further south, Mark Howard is up to 615 rush yards. The 4A leader for Woodland Stockbridge High. He's done very well this season. And also trying to look a little more locally here. Well, speaking of Allatoona, Xavier Rucker's up to 558. He's about 10th in the state in rushing yardage. Sequoia's got a man. Raheki is up to 511 rush yards. North Murray has Hudson Hewlett. He's up to 509 rush yards. Also over at Richmond Hill, Joshua Troop up to 497 rush yards. So some big rushing totals this year in Georgia prep football. Let's go to the air and see who's leading the way through the air. The Wesleyan Wolves, Ben Brown, 1,242 pass yards. He is the leader for all levels and, of course, for the state of Georgia. He's been very efficient this season. On his heels at number 4 is Julian Lewis for Carrollton with 1,034 pass yards entering tonight. He's had an electric season so far as well. Central Carrollton's J.R. Harris is up to 923 pass yards. And the reason I do all of the yardage leaders is so we can get to this man who is number 9 on the list, the A2 leader, Trion Bulldogs quarterback Cade Smith, 886 pass yards entering tonight's game against Lafayette. He has just been electric this season, and I think you can see it right out of the gate as soon as he starts playing, Butterbean. He is fantastic throwing the ball.
Oh, yes. Sets back in the pocket with poise. I mean, really don't even look like a high school kid out there. I mean, with the poise that he sees, a lot of them, they're shaky. You can tell that they're nervous, don't want to get hit, but he just stands right there and takes it.
There's something just right about the way he moves, plays, works with the ball. He has been fantastic all season long. When we come back, we'll have some of the best teams in the state of Georgia regionally, some of the best teams in our area, and some final analysis as part of the D&D Trailer Sales halftime show, what to expect in the second half. After 2 quarters, a 7-point game, 28-21, the Trion Bulldogs leading the Ramblers of Lafayette High School. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere. Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls, the endless echo of more than 10,000 caves, the serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
At the Salvation Army, a shelter isn't just a place to rest. It's a chance to shed layers, let loose, and finally let it go. With your gift, a warm bed is just the beginning. It's the first night of a new day. When our homeless neighbors feel safe enough to close their eyes, they can see the way forward.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia, and Lafayette High School. Gabriel Schrei, Butterbean Green here with me at the half. A 7-point game, 28-21. Trion Bulldogs out in front of the Lafayette Ramblers. Obviously, Lafayette is going to look to regather the lead. They had an unbelievable second quarter. They're going to look to keep it going. We'll see if they can in this third quarter of play, trailing by 7. Butterbean, the offense looked the best we've seen it all year in that first half. Your thoughts on what they can do in this second half and what a break and some time to strategize means?
I think they went to the whiteboard seeing some of the things that they may have done wrong, a little miscommunication here or there. But I think if they're going to run the same plan like they did the second quarter, they need to keep running that the rest of the game. You had said earlier, running people around different in the backfield. I still think there's one more big play on offense that's going to get us through. And I think the defense just needs to make sure that they are protecting the corners and also keeping 44 in sight. Because whenever we had people around him, he made mistakes, so we just need to have more people around him.
We are ready to go for our third quarter of play. The Bulldogs will kick this off from right to left. Back to the Ramblers of Lafayette. This one fielded back inside the 10-yard line, trying to return this. He's outside of the 10, headed to the far sideline over the 15, and there's a crowd that tackles him as he stumbles at the 20 and goes down. Finley making the return. Gets this one back quite a ways, gets a nice little return to start the drive. Football down to the 22-yard line. Might move him up to the 23, where it'll be 1st and 10 in Lafayette. Will work from left to right to start this second half. Ramblers on 1st and 10. In trouble inside and taken down right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets forward for 1. That makes it 2nd down and 9. Right up the gut for Lafayette High School to start this second half. Second down and long now for Lafayette High School. Just getting started with the second half. This time, Finley's going to try and throw out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Check down pass to the close side. And just beyond the line of scrimmage, Ramblers get the catch, but he's tackled immediately. Nowhere to go. Defensive back wraps him up from behind and drags him down. Williams, the one who runs a little hitch-style route right near the line of scrimmage. So after a largely unproductive second down, it's 3rd and about 9. Ramblers from left to right. Here's the snap. Give on the end around. And making defenders miss. Greco beyond the line to gain over the 35 down to the 40 where he stopped. Dragged down on the close hash marks. A great bit of blocking on the right side by the tackle who breaks him into open field. And he certainly takes advantage, going for a jaunt, moving the chains down to the 41-yard line.
That right there was just a great run. Got to the corner and picked up, about 15, 20 yards?
After the gain now, LaFayette snap in the shotgun. Quarterback throws deep. It's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Centel, who had found himself wide open, and as he's fading away, he can't grab the ball. Nice looking play, just can't hang on to it. Now Ramblers trying the left side. It's the far side of the field from the press box and nowhere to go. Trapped in the backfield. Greco took the ball from Finley, tried to follow blockers to that left side, and it just breaks down as 5 different Bulldogs are on top of him, taking him down for the tackle. Really, Floyd is in there. You see Strickland, Wright, all getting back there and onto the ball.
It was like he just ran into a wall over at that corner. Thought we had the numbers, and all of a sudden they shot through with 5 guys.
7-point game. We've played 3 minutes in this second half already. 9 to go in the third quarter. Ramblers with the ball on 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Finley rolling. Check down pass. Caught at the 43. 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Shimmying and shaking on the sideline. Over midfield. Down to the 40. And he steps out right there. A really nice gain by the Ramblers. The catch and run. Showing off lightning legs. Finley buys the time. Rolls out. And the little out to the sideline, a catch and run down from there. They're on the close sideline. They make a couple of defenders miss, get a couple of blocks. He gets over midfield into opposing territory, down to the 40-yard line where it's 1st and 10 Lafayette after about a 20-yard gain. Finley takes the snap. He's rolling to his left, gets some blocks, and it's not enough. The defense crashes in and makes the tackle. Surging over there, tying up blockers. Jake Dawson made things difficult. And he was followed into that backfield by a pair of linebackers. I think Conley Harris gets in there as well. It's a loss of 2. Now we've played almost 4 minutes in this second half, about 8 minutes to play in the third quarter, where it's a 7-point game. Trion Bulldogs lead 28-21. The Ramblers offense driving. 2nd down and long. Finley in the shotgun. He's got 3 out wide, 2 on the close side. Ramblers, there's the snap, give to Greco, follows the left tackle and tripped and goes down after a gain of 4. That makes it 3rd down and long. About 8 needed to move the chains. The line to gain is at the 30-yard line of the Trion Bulldogs. Ramblers have the ball at the 38.
You know, Trion's linebackers, I mean, they just run downhill, and they will sneak in them gaps and hit you.
3rd down and long now for Lafayette's offense. Finley in the shotgun. He's got that same formation. Rolling to the close side. Here's a check down pass. Tipped and caught at the 31-yard line. Ramblers man got the ball. He's tackled by Conley, but Greco is able to hang on to it. It was tipped by a linebacker, falls into his hands, and he's right near the line to gain. They're going to need a couple of feet, and it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and short. Ramblers offense taking their time. 4th down, less than a yard. They need just feet to move the chains. Football at the 31-yard line of the Bulldogs of Trion. 3 out wide, 2 on the left, the far side for Finley. Here's the snap. He gives it off. Greco's in trouble in the backfield, trapped and dropped. Turnover on downs. At the 32-yard line, the Bulldogs will take over. Work from right to left with a lead by 7, 28-21. 6:20 to play in our third quarter.
I believe if he could have followed it to that left side, that them linebackers was blitzing right up the middle, and they met him right there at the last second to not let him get that 1 yard plunge. If he could have made it to the outside, it would have probably been a little bit easier.
First down now for the Trion Bulldogs. It's Cade Smith. Fakes the give. Check down pass is dropped. Ramblers want a fumble, but that's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Cade Smith, straight gas, throwing the football. He puts that over there. He looks like a pitcher.
Yeah, it looked like a shortstop throwing it over to first baseman. That ball was humming.
Couldn't gobble that up. The play design falls apart. Ramblers kind of breaking that up.
You know, being one of his wide receivers on them hot passes, you know that has to hurt their hands.
Absolutely. Great receiving core for this Trion Bulldog offense. They've been fantastic. Here's the snap. Smith fakes the give. Check down to the big guy, Stokes. He makes a man miss in the backfield across the 40. Now the 45. In trouble at midfield, and he's dragged down as he moves the chains. And that's a nice catch and run, almost 20 yards right there as the ball is into opposing territory at the Ramblers 47 on the far hash marks. Trion Bulldogs in the lead. Just over 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. It's 28-21, 7 points. Trying to foster that lead, nurture it, grow it on this drive. Bulldogs know if they leave the door open, Lafayette's going to make something happen. This time, 2 receivers wide to the right. That's the far side for us in the press box, 1 close side. Smith from the shotgun, wide open. Inside the 10, gone. Touchdown, Trion Bulldogs. They extend their lead. It's 34-21 with 5:42 to play in the third quarter. What a throw, and wide open on the sideline. Big time play. Those are the routes you dream of running in practice. Bryson Roberts, I'm not sure if he got lost in traffic. That, great play design. Now in the lead, 34-21, the Bulldogs will chip through the PAT, or at least attempts to. Snap is good, hold is good, PAT sent up away. This one is through, so make it 35-21 in our third quarter. We'll take a break and be back with more prep football in just a moment from Lafayette, Georgia. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back inside of Jack King Stadium on Jeff Suttle Field. It's a 2-score game, 35-21. Right now the lead in the hands of the Trion Bulldogs after a wide open touchdown pass delivered to Bryson Roberts from Cade Smith, one of the top passers in the state of Georgia this season. He's been great for Trion High, and he's looking to keep things rolling in this second half. Obviously off to a great start with a touchdown pass like that, Butterbean.
I mean, he was just wide open, and he dialed it in. You know, one thing that's impressed me more about the quarterback is, I mean, the release over the top of his head. I mean, it's amazing.
Kick is away from right to left. The Ramblers are going to field this back just outside of their own 10. Return man over the 20. In trouble, trying to run around the defense, and he is slung to the turf as we get a flag on that tackle. The referee throws it himself. Thrown down hard. This one's going to go. Referee is talking to the judge on the close side. I thought he was making a signal, but he was pointing to him. They're going to move the Ramblers back. LaFayette going to lose yardage to start this drive. This one will be marked inside of the 10, right near the 9. So with 5:34 to play in this third quarter, Ramblers will work from left to right, trailing 35-21. They'll need to go 99 yards if they want to get one back. This time, 3 out wide, 2 on the far side, 1 on the close side. Ramblers man, Finley takes the snap, coming to the close side, outside hip of the right tackle, slips one defender and goes down before he can reach the 20. He gets 8. Nearly enough to move the chains and get back to the original line of scrimmage. Now from the 18-yard line, a short yardage situation for Lafayette's Ramblers. Lafayette's been really good this year, rushing the ball on the ground as always. A brand new look with Greco taking most of the carries out of the backfield at tailback. A whole host of Ramblers touching the ball, moving it on the ground. And Finley very good at throwing the ball through the air. There's the snap, give to the tailback, who slips one in the second level across the 25, the 30, and dragged down. Right up the middle go the Ramblers of Lafayette High School. A 15-yard gain, make it 17 at the 35, 1st and 10. Those are exactly the kind of carries that get you fired up. Those are great carries. If you love old-fashioned smash-mouth football, there it is, directly up inside.
Because what a lot of people, he's not a big kid, and he's running it right up the middle.
This time that tackle box, still a ton of personnel inside for Lafayette, just 2 receivers. Here's the snap. Finley's going to keep it. It's kind of a sweep motion to the close side, knifing his way between the guard and center, and goes down after a 6-yard gain. They'll give him progress for 7 down to the 42-yard line. He goes right up the middle, right after Greco, and gets a huge gain himself, making it 2nd down and 3.
That's what you're wanting to do right now if you're Lafayette. Try and start guessing who's going to get the ball, and then we'll have a big open play here before too long. Keep them guessing.
Here's the snap on 2nd down and short. Give to the tailback, and it works again. Only 4 yards this time, but off the outside hip of the left tackle, he moves the chains and gets it very close to midfield at the 46-yard line for Lafayette High School. What a drive already for the Ramblers. Already, they've rung up 36 yards. Very good on the ground.
And out of them 4 yards, 3 yards of it, he carried a big lineman that was hung on to him.
35-21, Trion Bulldogs lead. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Ramblers are looking to respond to a touchdown by the Bulldogs moments ago, driving left to right. Ramblers on offense. Here's the snap. Finley chucks this to the close side. Caught, tripped, and dropped. Right at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go for Williams. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10, 4 yards behind the midfield stripe. And it looks like the Ramblers man might be a bit shaken up.
He came down on both knees after he slipped, and then they hit him. Probably just an old stinger.
Flag on the play is a block in the back against Lafayette High School. And so a lot of that yardage wiped away as the ball going to be moved back to the 36-yard line. What was a 36-yard drive, moving backwards. 1st down and a country mile now for Lafayette High School. The football on the close hash marks as they work left to right, trailing by a pair of touchdowns. 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Ramblers have 3 receivers out wide, 2 on the close side. They're right for Finley, 1 on the far side. He takes the snap. He's going to keep it, following the outside hip of the left tackle. Trapped and dropped. The defensive end closes that off, gets some help from the linebacker, and this time really know where Finley can go as Wright is able to collapse that. Braden Floyd coming in behind the defensive end. They get a hold of him and take him down. Short gain for Finley. Now it's 2nd down. Football just over the 37, close to the 38. Similar formation, this time make it 2 on either side. Tailback in motion, quarterback takes the snap. Finley's in trouble, and here comes Stokes, who sacks him. Taken down behind the 30-yard line at the 27. A big loss, and now it's 3rd and forever for the Ramblers. Really nice play in the backfield for the big guy, getting hands on to the quarterback, rolls him over the hip, he goes down, nowhere to go. Ramblers need a lot. 3rd down, they need to get all the way over the midfield stripe to the 44 to move the chains. They're on their own 30. 47 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Ramblers, Finley gonna keep it himself, headed far side, grabbed and dropped from behind. He got a yard back. Now it's 4th down and 25, and there's a flag thrown on that play. Couldn't escape the grasp of Andy Ramirez. The defensive end grabs onto him, rides him to the turf. 4th and 25.
I guess they didn't throw a flag. I thought I saw the ref's hand go up. Guess he was throwing that little marker out there.
4th down and forever. The Ramblers are going to be forced to punt this away. That'll do it for our 3rd quarter of play. So as these two take a break and get set for the final quarter in a 2-touchdown game, we're going to take a break as well and be back in just 30 seconds with more prep football. Don't go anywhere. We've got an instant classic on our hands in LaFayette, Georgia.
Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia, and on to Jeff Settle Field. We have got an instant classic underway right now. Gabriel Shrine, Butterbean Green, it's prep football coming to you live between the Ramblers of Lafayette High School and the Bulldogs of Trion. 14-point game, 35-21. The Trion Bulldogs are looking to close it out against the Ramblers of Lafayette, who will have to punt the ball away to start this final quarter. It's really going to give the Trion Bulldogs a chance to put together a put-away drive. Gage Cole is standing on the 16-yard line. Ramblers split out a pair wide. Bulldogs watching for the fake. Their return man standing back on the 39. Snap is high but good, and Cole gets this away. It's short. Behind midfield, and it takes an unfriendly bounce too. It'll pinball and roll out near the 45.
And we didn't need that. We needed it to roll forward.
A little bit of bad luck to start the 4th quarter for the Ramblers of Lafayette High School. They'll have to perform on defense to give themselves a chance, trailing by a pair, 35-21. 11:49 on the clock to play in this game between the Bulldogs and the Ramblers. This has really been an instant classic. The Ramblers trying to snap a 3-game skid. Some of the toughest prep football in America being played right here in Lafayette. Trion, one of the best teams in the state, undefeated. Cade Smith's performance this year has been electric. He'll look to keep it going on this drive. 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs. They're working left to right from the 45 of Lafayette. Smith takes the snap, rolling to the close side, lets one go deep. He's got a wide open target at the 15, inside the 10. 1st and goal. Trion Bulldogs at the 5-yard line. Caught along the sideline. Roberts knifes his way down to the 5. It is dragged down from behind. Another scoring opportunity for Trion. Trion will be on the close hash marks, just meters from the end zone. Two receivers out wide. Smith is in the shotgun. Tailback is behind him. He gives it off to Christian. Pinballs off a defender and runs through a linebacker. He's in. Touchdown, Trion Bulldogs. They extend their lead 41-21 with 11:20 to play. Just like that, a 20-point game in Lafayette, Georgia. Now for the point after try to extend this to 42. Snap is good, hold is good. PAT, this one sails up, away, and makes its way through the uprights. 42-21 the score with 11:20 to go in Lafayette, Georgia. We'll take a break and be back with more prep football in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Lafayette High School. Gabriel Schrei, Butterbean Green here with me. Glad you're along for the ride tonight. We've had a really good game, and now in the late stages, Trion Bulldogs are out ahead by a trio of touchdowns in this final quarter. Butterbean taking a look at the flags tonight, the yardage totals. Tell me about that.
It ain't looking good. I think we've had roughly about 15 to 18 flags thrown on us for negative yards on offense. That's hurting us.
Football sails on the kickoff. It's a touchback to the 20-yard line, and so Lafayette will take over working right to left, trailing 42-21. 11:20 to play in the final quarter. Rambler offense has had one of their most efficient outings this season, if not the most efficient, and really all came together in the second quarter for them. Two receivers out wide for Lafayette High School. The tackle box filled up on offense. Finley takes the snap, hands it off on a nifty play, knifing his way back up inside, trying to get in there and nowhere to go. Finley fakes the give, or rather fakes that he's going to keep it, hands it off to Williams, who's in the backfield, and Williams is going the opposite direction after the snap. Williams tries to shake and bake on the backside of that play, right behind the right tackle and guard, and gets trapped. There's nowhere to go, but he does get a nice gain as he cuts it upfield of about 4 yards. Second down and 6. 21-point game, 10:40 to play. 3 out wide, 2 of them on the close side for Finley. Coach shouting out to his quarterback. Ethan Thompson calling out to the officials. Lafayette High School going to take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well and be back in just a moment with more prep football. Don't go anywhere.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia. Prep football live. The Ramblers take a timeout. Now they're ready to run a play. Check down pass to the close side, just over their own 20, and dragged down. And that's going to be very close to the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing for the Ramblers. They might have even lost a half a yard or a yard. The ball moved to the 23-yard line. Ramblers are trailing by 21. Just over 10 minutes to play as it's 3rd down and 7 for Lafayette. They're working right to left of the ball from the close hash marks. Rambler offense receiving the play call. Desperately needing to move the chains.
Desperately needing about 8 yards right here.
Rambler offense this time, 3 split out wide, 2 on the far side. Faking the give, there's a check down pass and it goes incomplete. Really well played by the linebacker who sticks with it, and able to swat the ball away from the intended receiver of Finley. Jake Dawson breaking that up and bringing down 4th down.
Brings up 4th down 7.
Fourth down and 7 for the punt unit of Lafayette High School. Ramblers splitting players out wide, and at the last second of timeout, Lafayette had their punt unit on. They split out a trio of options to potentially run a fake to, and right before they can take the snap, Trion's coaching staff calls for the timeout. They get it just in time to prevent the play from being run. No fake. Not that we know they were going to run a fake. They could just be setting that up for later. Let's start splitting guys out. Kind of like the swinging gate. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, and actually ran it one time.
Did you do it?
No, I did not. I was one of the linemen that was blocking.
I was going to be upset with you because I don't like the swinging gate. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just bizarre. And if you're not familiar, I'm sure a ton of fans are not familiar with what that is. It's just a very bizarre PAT try where you're down right near the goal line and you split part of your line and receivers off to one side and you line up with, it looks like there's 2 lines of scrimmage almost. It's very odd. I don't understand how it's legal.
And then there's a guy behind the line and the snapper snaps it to him.
Correct.
20 yards across the field. So if the defense ain't paying attention, then yes, it works. But if the defense is paying attention, it gets very hairy real quick.
Yeah, just a very bizarre play.
Somebody ran it in the NFL this past weekend.
That's interesting. And the Ramblers are doing it again now on punt formation. Everybody's shifting. Everyone moved except for the punter himself. And I think we have another timeout. 12 seconds on the play clock. Somebody's blowing their whistle. Ethan Thompson is on the field. Trion's coaching staff is on the field. The Bulldogs and Ramblers headed to the sideline. We've got a little chaos here late. The oddities going on.
I think that's part of the fake.
9:14 to play.
Because Trion ain't put nobody back there to return the ball. So if we kick it or get a chance to kick it,
it's a 21-point
can we say
game.
3rd time's a charm?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd run a fake anymore. But I'm not. That's why I'm up here. I just want to talk about it. I don't want to do it. Let them coach. I'll talk.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to do the fake again.
4th down and about 8. 42-21. Bulldogs lead the Ramblers by 21.
And it looks like our offense is back out on the field.
Yeah, the offense is not running a fake. They're just going to run a play. Finley from the shotgun takes the snap, uncorks one over the middle, and it's dropped by the safety. Through the hands of Conley,
there is the flag,
who cut the route off, and there's a flag. way in the backfield near where the quarterback was. We'll see what it is. Referee signaling that is roughing the passer against the Bulldogs of Trion. So free yardage for the Lafayette Ramblers, who had just turned the ball over on downs. That's going to change the game. The officials are going to mark off the yardage. The ball was at the 23-yard line of Lafayette. This will move them all the way over the 30-yard line, down inside the 35, up to the 38. So the Ramblers get a free set of downs, trailing by 21. There's just over 9 minutes to play in this game. 9 minutes, 6 seconds to go from Lafayette, Georgia. The Ramblers with the ball working right to left. Two receivers out wide. There's the give. Greco's in trouble in the backfield. Trapped, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd and 10. Took the handoff, stayed behind the line. He was stringing it out. Went to his right, the far side of the field. Went way outside of the right tackle and just couldn't push his way up in there to turn that into a gain, so it's 2nd down and long.
So I've never seen a fake that got a 15-yard penalty. And we still got the first down, so we faked everybody up.
1st and 10 Ramblers there a moment ago, and thanks to two fake formations, really like the trickery on the punt. Really interesting to see them shift like that. The entire punt unit shifted. Everybody moved except for the punter. The line, the blockers, the backs. Now it's 2nd and 10 for Lafayette. Quarterback fakes the give. Finley lofts it to the close side, and it's off the mark, incomplete. Conley was there to make the play defensively, but Javen Williams, the ball just off the mark. He can't haul it in, and so it brings up 3rd down and long for Lafayette, who just got themselves out of a similar situation. 8 minutes left to play. 21-point game.
And I keep forgetting that Kalis is left-handed, so it really throws me for a loop whenever he throws it, because I'm like, why is he throwing it with his offhand? But that's his strong hand.
It's an interesting look to see a lefty roll to the close side and see the ball in that left hand. Now it's 3rd and 10 for Lafayette. Finley takes the snap, lofts a pass to the far side, and it's incomplete. A good look. He just overshot his intended target. Bryson Cleghorn had cooked the defensive backs. He had a linebacker and a safety trailing behind him. Dawson's right there. Strickland's right there. He gets open, and the ball is just beyond his fingertips. So now again for Lafayette's Ramblers, it's 4th down and long. They need 10 yards.
And really, with the time left on the clock, I mean, can't really punt on this one. You got to go for it. Let's see if they're dialed in.
From their own 38-yard line, 8 minutes left to play. Finley takes the snap, pocket collapsing, throws this to the close side. It's a couple of yards downfield, but it goes incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended target, and so that's a turnover on downs. The Trion Bulldogs take over inside of 8 minutes to play with a 21-point lead in Lafayette. Great song. Great song. Love Tommy Richmond.
So are you going to start singing now?
I'm not. I don't think you can sing Tommy Richmond on a country music station. I think they'd get upset. 1st and 10, Bulldogs will work from left to right. They've got 3 receivers split out wide. Cade Smith is in the shotgun, 1 up back. Here's the snap. He fakes the give. Wants to throw. Pocket stays strong, and he ropes it to the left side where the receiver has it. Right on the sideline, inside of the 30 and out, down near the 25-yard line. That's about 14 yards, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10. Nice start to the drive for the Bulldogs of Trion. They've got a 21-point lead. They're looking to pad it. They're looking to burn clock. We're in the closing stages from Lafayette, Georgia, between these two. Two out wide this time for the Bulldogs. Trion. There's the handoff right up the gut. Tailback slips 1-2, and he pinballs his way to the safety where he's dragged down just behind the 15-yard line of Lafayette. So a really nice gain, almost enough to move the chains, and it makes it second and short for Trion High.
27 on the carry, tackle a couple Ramblers.
You know, one thing I got to say, some of these boys, you know, Kalis plays offense and defense and all special teams, and he's still running at full potential.
Here we go. Trion Bulldogs running the play right up inside. That's more than enough to move the chains as it goes all the way down inside of the 10 to the 6-yard line on the far hash marks. And that'll make it first and goal now for Trion High's Bulldogs. They're looking to extend a 21-point lead.
The ref was trying to get out of the way, but he about got tackled too.
Cade Smith from the shotgun. There's the give. Tailback cutting up his way inside behind the guard and center and dragged down right on the hash marks. A nice carry. Takes that inside of the 5 all the way down to the 2-yard line of the Ramblers. Offensive line looking to cap off the drive. They're set. Cade Smith running through his cadence. He's got 2 receivers out wide. There's the give to the tailback, follows the left tackle and guard. Tried to go between the two of them, and he's trapped as the Rambler defense collapses into the backfield. And the big guys are the ones who lead the way. Foley getting in there, trapping him and dragging him down. Five and a half to play in a 21-point game. Trion Bulldogs looking to extend their lead over the Ramblers of Lafayette. Bunch set. Everybody's inside of the tackle box for the Trion Bulldogs on 3rd and goal. Cade Smith takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Bounces it outside. Far sideline. Diving for the pylon. He got it. What a play. Touchdown, Trion Bulldogs. They extend their lead, 48-21. That's a really nice touchdown in the late stages. Cade Smith showing off the wheels.
I think that's actually the first time he's ran tonight, ain't it? Probably first or second. So he's got some wheels too, not just passing and handing off. He's got the wheels.
Really special guy. Running plays, distributing the ball for this program. 5:14 to go. Here's the PAT. Snap's good. Smith picks it up, wants to throw it for the end zone. Looks like it's caught. Make it 2. Trion Bulldogs get the 2-point conversion, make it an even 50-21. 5 minutes, 14 seconds left to play in Lafayette, Georgia. We'll take a break and be right back with more Prep Football in just a moment.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Sometimes I forget.
Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia. 5 minutes and a little bit of change left to play between the Bulldogs of Trion and the Ramblers of Lafayette. Gabriel Schrei, Butterbean Green, Prep Football between these two, and it's 50-21. Trion Bulldogs have grown their lead even larger with a short rush touchdown from the quarterback, Cade Smith. Kickoff is away. This one sails over the top and out of the back of the end zone. Touchback.
These kickers I think he's kicked about every one of them in the end zone, but I think 2, and we got to run them out. But both kickers, Lafayette and Trion, they're putting it their kickoffs are pretty good.
I just think the kicking game has changed at the high school level, especially in our area. Kickers are just better than ever before. You used to never see kicking game like this.
Well, it started with these colleges having kicking camps now. Like University of Alabama does a kicking camp, University of Tennessee. And these high school kids can go for a day or so. But it's also helped with these soccer kids.
Ramblers on the end around, nowhere to go. Trying to keep that and go down along the line of scrimmage behind it to the right side. It's the far side for us in the press box. First play of the drive is a big loss. Second down and about 15 now for the Ramblers of Lafayette. They're trailing 50-21 and inside of 5 minutes to play, working right to left from the far hash marks. Now from their own 15-yard line. 3 out wide for Lafayette. From the shotgun, here's the snap given to the tailback, and he is trapped and dropped in the backfield. And that's a guy who really didn't show up in a big highlighted area on the depth chart and didn't jump out in the stats, but he has been electric tonight. Jake Dawson playing with his hair on fire in Lafayette.
Yes, he is. Even if he ain't the first one to hit somebody, he's the second or third. I mean, he's flying to the ball every time to make a hit.
Ramblers on 3rd and long. Football back inside of their own 15-yard line. They need to get it over the 30. 4 out wide. Daxton Edwards in the shotgun. Takes the snap, wants to throw, pressure coming, pocket collapsing, rolling to the far side, down along the sideline, throws the ball long, and it goes incomplete. He was looking about 30 yards downfield. He was standing at the 10, let it go looking for the 40, and just missed his target. So now it's 4th down and about 16, and Lafayette will be forced to punt with 3.5 to play. Lafayette Ramblers, looks like this one is just about over. Obviously, you never want to say never. We've seen crazier miracles come together in high school football over the years, but this one largely over with 3.5 to go and 50-21. Trion Bulldogs looking forward. This one sent away on the punt. Trion didn't believe it. Great punt. That one hangs up there forever. Takes a Rambler-friendly bounce all the way down to the 28-yard line. 27, it's still going. That's a greased football. Unbelievable. That thing rolled forever.
That was almost a 75-yard punt.
Kicking camp. What are they doing at these kicking camps?
Hey, I got to see some of the best kids at the University of Alabama a couple years ago, man. Some of them kids, I didn't know that you could punt and kick like that. They was proving me wrong.
Lafayette Rambler marching band sounding great tonight. Trion Bulldogs will take over with the ball from their own 27-yard line. From left to right, they're on the close hash marks. We'll see what the offense can do. They've got a big lead, and all they have to do is grind it out. 50-21 with 3:23 to play. Well, the Ramblers certainly got the lid off the basket, so to speak, tonight on offense. They exploded for a trio of touchdowns in the second quarter, and the offense looks much more dynamic. I can't tell you exactly what they changed, but it's a lot of motion in the backfield and lead blocking. Here's the snap. Quarterback hands it off. Tailback following the left tackle, and he drives forward for 6 yards. About halfway to the line to gain, down to the 33-yard line. Nice carry to start the drive for the Trion Bulldogs. Trion Bulldogs taking a look ahead. What's coming up next for the Bulldogs? They're going to go back to their home stadium, host Robbinsville, then hit the road to take on Manchester. And they'll be back at home on October 4th against Mount Zion. All 7:30 kicks all Friday night. Here's the give to the left side again. This time it'll move the chains. Drives his way down from the 33-yard line of their own side of the field up to the Bulldog 39. And it's 1st and 10. Trion High School as the clock continues to wind in this final quarter. 2:40 to play from Lafayette, Georgia, where the Bulldogs lead 50-21. First down and 10. Line to gain is at the 49, just behind midfield. From the shotgun, Bulldog quarterback takes the snap. There's the give. Tailback follows the left guard and tackle and gets 2 yards. Ball goes from the 39 down to the 41. A nice little short gain, and it makes second down just that much easier. Taking a look at what's ahead for the Ramblers of Lafayette. After tonight, they're going to hit the road. We'll be with them. We'll have all the coverage for you. Georgia's 93.7, AM 1590. They'll be at Adairsville next Friday, 7:30 kick. That's 9:20. And on the 27th, playing host to Ridgeland here at Lafayette. That's a 7:30 kick and an 8 p.m. kick at Northwest Whitfield on October 4th. We'll have all the action. We have all the road games available for you live, free to listen to. You can find them online, discoverwalker.com, Georgia's 93.7, AM 1590. 2nd and 8, Trion Bulldogs, handed off left side, outside the left hip of the left tackle. Shook a couple of defenders, and he only gets about 8 yards. I say only, that's a huge gain in the course of the middle of the game, but when you're up 50-21 with 90 seconds to play, it's really inconsequential. 3rd down and short. Ball is about 3 yards behind midfield. Trion Bulldogs just looking to salt this away. 2 out wide. Quarterback standing way back on the 42. There's the give. Tailback goes left side. Same look as the last play. This time it's enough to move the chains as they get over midfield all the way down near the 45 of the Lafayette Ramblers. Be sure to stay tuned. We'll have post-game wrap, thoughts, and more for you. Ringgold Telephone Company post-game show with myself, Gabriel Schrei, and Sean Butterbean Green. First down and 10. Trion Bulldogs burning as much clock as they can. Inside of 30 seconds to play. Here's the snap, a give on the end around. He's got a lot of room over the 40, now down through the 35 and tackled. Coming to the close sideline, he gets about 10 feet from it where he stopped just shy of the 30 on a nice end around. A good look for the Trion Bulldogs. That's enough to kill the clock. They can just let it go. 22 seconds showing. Waiting for the signal from coach, and they've got it. That'll close us out. A final score in Lafayette, Georgia tonight, 50-21. The victory goes to the Trion Bulldogs as they stick it out against a surging Lafayette Ramblers program. Ramblers just unable to get it going again in the second half after an explosive second quarter of play. Obviously, we'll have post-game wrap analysis, full thoughts for you with the RTC post-game show on Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Butterbean, do you have a 10-second sting before we go to break and come back with post-game?
I was just glad to see them compete tonight.
Ramblers look good. It was a really good game, and if you get rid of a couple of those late scores, that was shaping up to be an instant classic for a lot of the first half. That'll do it for us. We'll be back with post-game analysis. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you soon.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere. Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
At the Salvation Army, a shelter isn't just a place to rest. It's a chance to shed layers, let loose, and finally let it go. With your gift, a warm bed is just the beginning. It's the first night of a new day. When our homeless neighbors feel safe enough to close their eyes, they can see the way forward.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Trion Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Trion Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in.